Good evening, everybody. Hope you're all good tonight on this Thursday evening. Let's get into the Bitcoin chart and see what's going on. So as you can see, we've been calling for the pullback in Bitcoin. It hasn't quite touched our trend line yet, but it is hitting resistance if we go on the weekly of the bull market support band. So it has run into resistance and it started to stall. Now, does it just keep on blasting up? Or does it just take a wee break and move down? Or does it, as we think it's going to do, it's going to come down to take this liquidity and maybe do a retest before moving on? If we look at the daily exchange volume, this is a 7-day moving average. It started to slow down and curl up, but it's dropping again. So this is why we're not trusting this rally. And you can see it here. I've put the volume indicator on. These are the volume bars for each day. If you see, don't know if you guys can see that. I'll just maybe increase this bar just. See that? That's the average there. This is all moving down while price is moving up. And you can see it on the daily exchange EMA, 7-day moving average as well. But I think this really visually represents it well. There's a clear divergence. Price is moving up, but there's no volume backing it. When that tends to happen, I tend not to risk the moves up. And if we look at the liquidation map, we can see it's round about even. Greens are people betting the price is going to go down, and reds are people betting the price is going to go up. It's an even split. If you just look at that very quickly, in the last 24 hours, it looks kind of split down the middle. And if we go in the 7-day, we can see it's roughly split as well. You can see these are the big spikes that we were talking about yesterday, the orange and yellows. Now look at these spikes here. They're so much bigger. This is people opening new longs, bigger 100x, 50x leverage, longs and shorts. So we're trying to see which way will the market end up swaying. As you can see here, again, it's pretty much evenly spread as well. A slight weighting to the people going long, and there's a couple of big spikes there. So you can see all of a sudden people have started shorting because the liquidity, the liquidations are starting to show up. So this is kind of ranging, building up liquidity, and then people will start, okay, I think the market's going to go down, so they start opening shorts. I think the market's going to go up, so they start opening longs. But once we start looking on the, I think it's a 1 week here, you can see it's tapped some liquidity here. But what I was talking about is price is going to come down to here. And if it does come down to here, all this liquidity is going to open up. So when it moves up, the short squeeze in play. But if we have a look now, I think it's a 2 weekly when I saw it. The people that are starting to short, look at that. That is, we use a scale from very dark purple, which is basically $0 to $132 million. And look at the bright yellow. Price hasn't even come down to take this liquidity. This was the bright yellows before. And now it's been outstripped because people have just gone crazy short. So I had 2 levels here, and I said price will come down here, and then it'll decide how many people, how much money is above it, and how much money is it below it. And then it might not even come down to take this because there's so much money that's opened above it of people going short. You can see it already. Look at it. Price should be coming down here, and then all this open up. But this is already opening up, so people are already. It's like they're already freaking out, and they're going short already. If that happens, and enough people start putting enough shorts on, price might not even come down here, because that'll just be such a huge pocket. Like, it'll just so much money there. It'll be like, why do I need to go further for less when I can go shorter for more? I really expect the price to come down here. I still do think it will come down here, to be fair. But as it came down here, I expect these yellows more and more yellows really to start building up, so the short squeeze it on. But it's starting to open up so quickly. So that's our kind of base move. We haven't changed from it. We're still thinking price is going to come down here for liquidity. And you can see I could almost adjust this trend line if I wanted to. You know, you've got the hits here. A slight movement there. And it runs through it all. But there's no blast through it. But there's no clear rejection off it either, you know. First one, power move down. Second time, power move down. Third time, power move down. Fourth time. You know, it's almost consolidating here. You know, if this carried on for a few more days and doesn't go down, you're building a bear flag. And that'll normally break out on the 7, 8, 9 day. So you can see price goes up. Oh, sorry guys. You can see price goes up, builds a bear flag, it grinds against resistance and then breaks through. So even though it's not going through, it is grinding up against it. For me, that's quite bullish. This is why it's always important. Like and subscribe, guys, because every day liquidity changes and then you get a new piece of the puzzle. So you add more pieces to the puzzle to try and build up the picture. Right now, I still think we're coming down for here, but it is showing signs of... It didn't just reject straight off. It didn't just shoot down. And it is kind of holding itself, and it is grinding against resistance. Whenever price grinds against resistance and not a sharp rejection, if it keeps grinding, it breaks through it. So, I'm not too sure which way this is going to go. My base case is still to go down because it does make sense, but just the sheer amount of liquidations there, liquidity has just popped up out of nowhere. If I was price, I would just reach out and grab that. You know, I might just reach up and grab that and then come down, because once it takes that, these will be the big areas. But yeah, I still think we've got this move down. We've got the global liquidity as well, showing down. See, now this looks a bit more... It's interesting, isn't it? So let's just go back. If we look at this one, this is the 70-day offset. Oh, sorry guys. Now you can see it's kind of hit its peak there, and then prices come down, but that's kind of stayed there. Now let's look at the 105-day. That's much more of a gradual, see it? Much more of a gradual come down. Interesting. So guys, I think we're still expecting a flush down, but I wasn't expecting... I was not... How would I say it? I was more confident we were going to get a flush down over the last few days. To see this grinding movement has given me a little bit of, well, we might just grind and burst here, but overall, everything is still pointing down to a flush here, to 83,000. I think it's going to take this liquidity, might even reach through and do a retest there before moving out. I think, for me, this is really the base case. If you look at the global liquidity, see if we're going to be a straight down, or it looks like maybe a wee float down. Who knows? But we'll keep our eye on it, guys. We're here every single night, putting out the videos around about 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock UK time. We're on 86 subscribers. Come on, guys. I know that, to be honest, it's like 90% every single video subscribers watch this, so we've got an absolute consistent, solid wee kind of gang going on here. So if you are the random ones that aren't subscribed, we need 14 of you to hit the subscribe button and get us up to 100, and that'll be much appreciated. But yeah, guys, weekend tomorrow. Like again, I don't stop over the weekends. I still put these videos out through Friday, Saturday, Sunday as well. But have a good weekend. If this is the last video you're watching, or if you're going away for the weekend, or the wife has got you doing something, but I'm sure you'll sneak another wee watch in. But have a good one if I don't speak to you, and I'll be back again same time tomorrow. Cheers, guys. Bye.